Next, let's look at evolving network architectures. Some of the top trends today include BYOD, or bring your own device, online collaboration, video communication, and cloud computing. You need to keep in mind that with all these new trends, it's going to impact your network, um, could impact it adversely. So you need to keep these things in mind as you're planning and as you're working on your networks. Some of the emerging enterprise architectures are borderless network architectures. We have our data center virtualization architecture and our collaboration architecture. These have all come about because the speed of change in the market and business environments is requiring that IT have more strategic plans in place in order for them to move forward. To address these emerging trends, new business network architectures are necessary, and the architectures must account for the network design principles established originally with the Cisco enterprise architecture, and so it needs to also work in these new emerging architectures as well. With our borderless network architecture, the network solution that allows organizations and individuals to connect securely, reliably, seamlessly to the corporate network is your bring your own device environment. You've probably seen that here on campus when different people have their different devices and they are connecting to the school's internet and network that way instead of using the computer lab's computers to do this. Uh, this is also taking place in the public schools and in corporate America. It's based on our wired, wireless routing, switching, security applications, optimization devices, and they have to work together, and IT has to be able to balance the load that all these devices can bring to a new system. It's not a static solution, but an evolving solution as IT is able to update their infrastructure and as devices themselves change. Specifically, with the Cisco borderless network architecture, it delivers two primary sets of services. You have your borderless endpoint user services and your borderless network services. With the borderless endpoint user services, as demonstrated here in Figure 1, um, they connect the various devices to provide access to network services. Now, these devices that can connect to the borderless network can range from a PC to a tablet to your smartphone to your iDevices to cameras, you name it. If it's got an IP address, we're going to connect to it. For an example, most smartphones and tablets can download and use the Cisco AnyConnect software to enable the device to establish a secure, persistent, policy based connection for a seamless user experience. Keep in mind, your connections need to be secure, they need to be persistent, they need to be reliable. Now, for the services supported in the borderless networks, shown here in Figure 2, the network services unify the approach to securely delivering applications to users in a highly distributed environment. So, if it's all wireless and borderless, and here we go, we need to be able to connect, we need to have security. We can use TrustSec for mobility. We've got motion, the application performance. We've got app velocity, uh, multimedia organization optimization. You have media in the energy management. You have EnergyWise. The energy management portion there is part of the MCO, that's mission critical. You need to be able to have energy to your devices and to your business at all time to keep your business up and going. Now, with these emerging technologies, we have the emerging network architectures that we've talked about, and we need to have a collaboration with these environments that helps increase our productivity. Collaboration and other types of groupware are used to bring people together for one reason or another. Socialization, to work together, to do corporate or contribute to the production of something. So we need to look at the Cisco collaboration architecture, and it comprises a portfolio of product applications. We have our software development kits and APIs, and the individual components work together to provide a comprehensive solution. Shown here to the right, we have our application and devices. You have your collaboration services, and you have your network and computer infrastructure. With the application and devices, this particular layer is unified communications, our WebEx. That has been used. You have Jabber, there's telepresence, and these are the applications within the layer that helps users stay connected. Maybe you've attended a webinar or a meeting online over the internet and you've used WebEx in order to do this. So these are some of the applications that include voice, video, web conferencing, messaging, mobile applications, and our enterprise social software. Next, we have our collaboration services, and this layer supports collaboration applications such as services that provide presence, location, system, sessions management, contact management, client framework, tagging, policy and security management. And finally, we have our network and computer infrastructure. This is our actual devices. It can include virtual machines, can include the network, it can also include your storage besides the computers that we're looking at. The Cisco data center and virtualization architectures is built on Cisco's Data Center 3.0, and it comprises a comprehensive set of virtualization technologies and services that bring the network, computing, storage, and virtualization platforms together. So it's kind of converging all this information. The Cisco Unified Management Solutions is simply an automated the process of deploying IT infrastructure and services with speed and enterprise reliability. With the solutions operate transparently across the physical and virtual resources and cloud environments. Next, we have our unified fabric solutions. It's highly scalable. It's a secure network traffic. And then we have our unified computing, and that's the modular stateless computing elements. You can click on 2 here and play this video. It will help you understand better the Cisco Unified Fabric. And these 3 architectures are built on an infrastructure of scalable and resilient hardware and software. And building off the network infrastructure, organizations can use these network architectures to grow their business, to grow their network. And I'm going to click here on play, and you can see how it will evolve over time. We have a small single location here, and you'll see how it can evolve over time using the Cisco enterprises. So now you see that this enterprise centralizes network management in a network operations center. Okay, so we have this large company now, and we were able to maintain it as we grew our Cisco network. Make sure you do this activity here. It helps you learn. Okay, and then just in summary, you do not have to do this activity here. But you do need to pay attention and do all of the assignments that I have put up inside the modules for this particular week. And I hope that if you have any questions that you'll contact me with those questions, and we'll get them resolved just as quick as possible.